Yo, what's going on? APlus Nerd Mixes. It's your boy Indy Uchiha, and I'm back with What If Episode 7 review. What if Thor were an only child? Now, I'm gonna be totally honest with you. The first maybe 10 to 15 minutes of this episode, I was tuned out. This episode didn't get dope to me until Captain Marvel showed up. But the premise behind the episode was kind of cool. I just didn't like the execution, you know what I'm saying, itself for everything that went on. But we got Party Thor, and hey, you can't hate Party Thor. I mean, who hates Party Thor? Nobody hates Party Thor. Party Thor is super dope. You can't be mad at that, right? So it was interesting to see what went on. But you know how I like to do. I like to first, when I get into it, go into the voice cast that was actually, you know what I'm saying, down with this. We had a lot of characters in this episode, from Thor to Jane Foster, Loki, Darcy, Nick Fury, Grandmaster, Maria Hill, Agent Coulson, Brock Rumlow, Korg, Nebula, Lady Sif, Howard the Duck, Topaz, Soter. I mean, it was a list. And the crazy thing is, the returning MCU counterparts that you had come to this: Chris Hemsworth, Natalie Portman, Tom Hiddleston, Kat Dennings, Samuel Jackson, Jeff Goldblum, Kobe Smothers, love Kobe Smothers, Clark Gregg, Frank Grillo, Taki Watiti. I always mess his name up. Taka. Karen Gillian, I love Karen Gillian. Jimmy Alexander, love Jimmy Alexander too. Seth Green, Rachel House, and Clancy Brown. When it comes to the other characters, such as Carol Danvers, uh, Alexandra Daniels, did the voice for that. Frigga was Josette Eels. Hogan was David Chin. Volstagg and Drax, of course, was my man Fred from before, and Fandral was Matt Middleman. Um, no Brie Larson. No Renee Russell playing Frigga. You know, it was it was cool. It was cool. You know what I'm saying, as far as what goes on with that. But the voice cast was actually pretty down. It was pretty down packed. Although I didn't like the characterization, the artwork, what they did with Thor. It was cool. He was like prepubescent teen Thor. You know what I'm saying? Like before you hit puberty and you still got like the fat face and stuff like that. So that that was interesting to me. But Thor and Loki never grew up together. Odin returned Loki, you know what I'm saying, to his parents. But you still had a relationship between Thor and Loki. They were still cool, calling each other brother from another mother and stuff like that. But this went with Thor basically partying all the time. He never got taught that lesson on how to be a ruler, how to be a king. Uh how he's supposed to. He was never um put in predicaments by Loki in order to learn stuff. You never really understand how big of how much having Loki with him growing up actually meant to Thor turning out how he is today. You know what I'm saying, in the MCU and in the comics. So that was an interesting introspective on what was going on with that, right? So we get Thor, who, you know what I'm saying, Odin's going into the Odin sleep, so he's gonna be asleep forever. You get Frigga taking off to go to her sister's crib because, you know, she only gets to spend time with her sisters every time Odin goes to sleep. And she tells Thor it's no parties. Says Hemdale's watching him. Thor goes, we'll go to Midgard. You know what I'm saying? Backwater Earth. Hemdale never checks out Earth to have the biggest party ever. I'm talking about worldwide smash. All right. The episode starts off, of course, with Jane and Darcy uh seeing, you know what I'm saying, some type of algorithm or some type of alert that Thor and them are coming. You know what I'm saying? They remember seeing this before, right before a star or a planet or something like that destroys, so they're thinking of alien invasion. They're trying to get a hold of Shield and different things like that. Everybody's ignoring them. They end up meeting up with Thor. You know, she smitten with Thor. Thor's smitten with her. Thor looks at her like the smartest person, you know what I'm saying, she's ever met. All this technology in a little tablet. Like, you got the whole universe in there. It was cute. I guess you could never keep those two apart. You know what I'm saying? What was meant to be is meant to be. So I was kind of rocking with that as far as that went. But they end up chilling. You got Rocket Raccoon there. You got Howard the Duck there. Howard the Duck and Darcy end up getting married. I don't. That was just funny. I think that had to be thrown in there just to be funny. There was absolutely no other reason for that. But it just seems like a big party with them doing all types of crazy stuff, right? But it didn't change until Shield got involved, because you get Nick Fury trying to tell Thor and them to leave. This is Earth. You know what I'm saying? You can't be here like that. So we're like, all right, cool. But then he ends up getting taken out. He's unconscious. So you take Nick Fury out of that. Maria Hill ends up being in charge of what's going on, right? So she's trying, she takes Jane Foster, she's trying to smooth everything out, tries to talk to Thor, it's not working. So she calls in the big guns, right? Captain Marvel gets that beeper, has Captain Marvel come back. The battle between Thor and Captain Marvel was epic, but Captain Marvel is holding back so she doesn't destroy the planet, or you know what I'm saying, mass casualties. So Thor think he's got the upper hand, right? So they come up with a plan in order to isolate Thor somewhere where they can't cause a lot of damage, and then Captain Marvel just starts beating the crap out of Thor. This does two things. It shows how an unfocused Thor can be beat, but it also shows how powerful Captain Marvel is. When he takes the hammer and he lays it on her to keep her down and puts her on the timeout because she's a party pooper, that was just hilarious. Um, the whole episode to me was the confrontation between uh Carol Danvers and Thor, Odin's son. It was really cool. I really digged it, and it's something that I guess we wanted to see in live action, but never got the chance to see it, because that one scene where they confront each other and he calls the hammer, and the hammer comes back and she doesn't flinch, and he go, I like this one. You know, it's hilarious to me, right? So that kind of tension, you know what I'm saying, grows and what's going on with the episode. Lots of cameos, like I said, between Loki, the Grandmaster, uh a lot of, you get to see a lot of the stars, even a lot of the little figures that you love, but they're tearing the earth apart. Loki even takes the arch from St. Louis and is going to turn it into like the galaxy's biggest slingshot or something like that. But uh Jane, knowing that Shield wants to take out Thor, and she has a crush on Thor, she doesn't want nothing to happen to him, ends up getting in touch with Frigga, and Frigga's coming back to Earth to see if what's going on is really going on. You know what I'm saying? So she got to cut a trip short. Thor is terrified of his mom, like terrified. So he's begging for help from everybody to help, you know, and they're all looking at him like, look who's the party pooper. They're gonna leave and just leave him to clean up by himself. Everybody who has thrown a party that their parents didn't know about, and their parents are coming home and have everybody leave and leave you cleaning up by yourself, know exactly how Thor felt right there. So he flies in the air, does his best Odin impression, catches everybody's, you know what I'm saying, attention. They all help him clean up. And by the time Frigga gets there, he's sitting in front of a chalkboard acting like they're learning about the different planes, like they're studying Midgard. And she's like, what? And then Captain Marvel even flies in to give him a tablet full of like Midgard information with different what are those things called, documentaries and stuff on it, so he can learn more. It is funny, and she almost falls for it until she's like, all right, Thor, let's go home. And he goes to get the hammer, and then the hammer's like got writing all over it. You know what I'm saying? It looks like it's been taken to a rave or something like that, and people are just going crazy with the hammer. And that's when he gets caught in what he was doing. It was funny. It was a decent episode. Wasn't the best episode of the season so far, but this had the best cliffhanger of all the episodes, because Thor comes back to ask Jane Foster on a date, and who do we have show up in a portal? None other than Vision Ultron, or Ultron Vision, with the Infinity Ultron or Infinity Vision, whatever way we want to call it, with all the stones on his chest. Now, this has to be an Ultron from a different universe, right? But maybe he was attracted by, I'm thinking he might have been attracted by all the power that from the fight that Thor and Captain Marvel were letting off. So it's going to be interesting on why he came to invade this particular universe, because it even looked like it surprised the Watcher, because the Watcher was like, and they live happily ever after. And then here comes Ultron, and he's like, what? And so he didn't even know this was going to happen. So it is very interesting. And what's more interesting to me in part of that is, how did this Ultron get the Soul Stone? What happened to the Avengers in his universe? Like, did he sacrifice Iron Man, or did he get Wanda to sacrifice Pietro and then overpower Wanda for the Soul Stone? Like, it's so many questions to be asked about how this being came to be, because it looks like he was able to beat the Avengers and actually merge with the vision that he was building, and we never got, you know what I'm saying, Jarvis inside of Vision. So I'm really curious to see what that's about, and it built the hype for the final episode. You know what I'm saying? So I think we got 2 more, so that'd be episode 9. So it built the hype for that. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode in the comments below. I enjoyed it. It was a good watch. I just believe it wasn't as epic as the other ones were, but had an epic ending. But it stayed true to the characters. I really feel like that's exactly how Thor would act if that was him. But it kept the whole Jane Foster aspect to it, on how she could change him even if Loki couldn't. So I'm interested to see what happens, if this is just a tease and the last episode is going to be different, or if this leads into the last episode and we're starting to merge the stuff together. That would be kind of cool too. Let me know what you thought about this in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can follow us on all social media at APlus Opinions. You can follow me on all social media at Nerd Mix Alpha, and you can stream my music. All you have to do is put in Indie Uchiha on any platform you use for music, and my music pops up. All right. So until next week, guys, what if? What if? What if? I was gonna like make some type of joke, but it didn't work. It didn't come to me quick enough, and I'm supposed to be a hip hop artist. Yeah, okay. And I couldn't even, y'all know. I'm gonna let Adam tell y'all about the Patreon. I'm out of here. I gotta go to work. It's iPhone 13 launch, and yeah, I'm not looking forward to this. But see you guys soon. Indy is out.
If you enjoy our content and want to be a part of helping our channel grow, become a patron supporter. We have affordable tiers to choose from that offer a variety of exclusive and early access content, from audio files for all of our shows for you to enjoy on the road, access to our Discord community, and plenty of reactions, reviews, character breakdowns, and more. Check us out at patreon.com/aplusopinions. And as always, remember, like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so anytime we drop a brand new video, you will be notified.